I said Johnny had looked at the cat and said, "Ooh, kitty," and walked over to it. It was walking over to it from where he was.
Okay, yeah, you walk over to
Put my
that.
head up and
That is
try
successful.
move. No, I'm moving to scratch it behind. Big smile on his face, looking to scratch it behind the ears.
Yeah, as you go to reach towards it, it jumps down off of the post and um, walks over to the near the front door of the building, and it paused at the where the door meets the door frame.
So next
and
to
then
me in Althea?
And then it trots away.
Right in front of me.
I guess it's your cat.
So Divine Sense, which let's see. Presence of strong evil registers on my senses like noxious odor and powerful good rings like heavenly music. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces.
Yeah.
Until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
Correct.
So, am I sensing anything?
No.
Open the door and so no evil or undead sense coming from the blacksmith.
Nope.
As I knock and open the door, get anything from inside?
No. You open the door. It is not locked, and you can hear light sobbing from the interior.
Call out, "Hello?
Is someone there?" And you hear movement, and this gaunt woman comes out from the back area into this front foyer of the building. She sees you and she takes a step back, but startled.
It's all right. We're here to help."
What? Why are you covered like that? Are you infected?
No, I'm. My appearance is a little bit different, and I've always hidden my face. But don't worry, I mean you no harm.
Gwen is standing right there as well.
We were just speaking to your husband out front.
You didn't touch him, did you?
No. What's wrong?
He's been infected. I don't know how, but every day he gets worse. He forgets who he is. He hammers all night long.
And you have not been infected?
She shakes her head softly.
Do you know anything about that cat? There's a calico cat.
She seems confused. And what are you talking about? That's... My husband's sick. And you're talking about a cat?
No, I understand. It was just that there was a cat pawing at the door to get in. I wasn't sure if it was yours or not. Why don't you come with us? Okay, we've managed to I guess, talk your husband out of his stupor for the moment. But you should probably come with us, and then come to town, come to the city hall. We'll see what we can do about helping you, okay?
She nods as she moves to the front, to where the doorway is. It's clear that she's been crying often and a lot.
Is there anything that you want to bring with you?
She looks around and says, I suppose I could bring some keepsakes just in case, but I will be able to return here, won't I?
You should be able to return, yes. We just want to make sure that you're, if you need to be away from your home for a couple of days, just prepare for that.
I suppose I should gather some things then. She goes back into the back room.
Can one of us help you? I thought.
Okay. Yeah, she's basically just pulling out a small trunk and filling it with clothes.
How long has your husband been infected?
She says, I don't know. I just know that it's been at least the last week.
How long have we been gone?
About a week.
Um, we were gone 4 days.
So he still has a little bit of time, I think. But we're going to have to find more griffin hairs, or we're not going to be able to make the cure.
Yeah. It's a problem.
There's a cure?
There is, but it's difficult to get the ingredients. And we only have one person with us who is capable of making it.
She's disheartened by that, but finishes up packing and halves her trunk.
We'll do everything we can. Do you think that do you think your husband would come with us? Or maybe it would be better to leave him here. I don't know. What do you think, Gwen?
I think we should take him.
You cut out.
Oh. My first thought is I think we should take him and put him in an area where it's easier to restrain him so that he doesn't hurt anybody else.
Makes sense.
I don't want to say we should throw him in jail because he's sick, but that's basically my idea.
Yeah, he seems okay now, but he could turn and go all Left 4 Dead on us any moment.
I don't get that reference.
Ma'am,
Left 4 Dead the zombie game.
does
I know.
when your husband succumbs to his stupor, does he go very far, or does he just stay in one place?
Oh, he goes out and he just starts hammering at anything he can find.
Very well, then perhaps. Well, I'll ask what Johnny wants to do, but I think it might be best to just leave him here for the time being. He's in familiar surroundings, at least.
I don't think that's a good idea.
She follows you outside if you leave the building. Or I guess I should say when you do.
Johnny,
Yes.
this good wife has decided to come with us to the city hall for a little while. She says her husband's been infected for about a week,
Okay.
and that generally all he does is he comes out here, he starts hammering on things. Sir, are you doing all right? Are you tracking?
He blinks a bit and he says, I know what's happening right now, but I don't know how I got here.
Okay.
Can you tell us how you
For-
were infected?
He says, well, I didn't notice at first. I must have been one of the other townsfolk that does business with me. Must have passed it to me.
Seems likely.
You cut out.
Seems likely.
Sir, would you, for your safety and the safety of your good wife here, would you be willing to come with us and allow yourself to be restrained just until we can figure out what's going on? All we're trying to do is help. We want to make sure that you don't hurt yourself or anyone else. Would that be all right with you? I know it's nobody's dream to be locked up, but we really are trying to help.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I assist?
dude. No.
Not anymore.
I would appreciate the assist, but apparently not. Oh, what does the assist even do?
Could have given you advantage. He says, I have work to do, and no, I'm not going to get it done there, so I think it'd be best if I just stay here.
I
That
look
way.
at I look at him and I say, brother, the manifest wants us to create. He wants us to evolve and build. You are sick. You cannot follow the manifest desires in your current state. I point at the ground at the mangled horseshoe. I said, look at what you've done. Come with us, please. Let us put you someplace where you will be safe, where you cannot hurt others, and we can help you. And I will try and persuade him. Is it okay?
Help him.
Yeah.
Hey,
that'll
He
help.
looks at the horseshoe, and then he looks around at other items that presumably had been pounding away out over the last few days, also in various states of mangle.
Mhm.
And he sort of nods slowly and says, "You're right. Even if I work to do, there's no one left to do work for. Even if there was, probably just botch it."
Well, come with us. We'll keep you safe, and in keeping you safe, we will keep others safe as well.
Yeah, he agrees to go.
Thank you. And, we take him. I look at Ezra. I want to take him directly back.
I think that's a
Agreed.
good idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As you're there was a short discussion. You hear a hiss from the cat, and it's looking down the lane in the direction that you just came.
So stay here. Althea, you want to come with me on this one?
Mm-hmm. that stay here wasn't for me, was it?
Gwen will...
Ambrose also goes after the cat.
Why do I even bother trying to keep you people safe?
Wait, it goes after the. Did you say cat?
I'm gonna go investigate the cat.
It hisses and it's just looking in the direction that you just came.
We're
Oh,
It's-
is it
it's
still
not moving.
standing next to us?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still in the area.
Oh, okay.
Gwen will will get her bow out and knock an arrow, and then make sure that the wife is behind her.
yes.
Okay.
So what's coming from the direction the cat was hissing? That's my main thing.
Yeah. You look back the direction you came, turning the corner from that. To get here, you turned a corner and went down the street a bit, and from that corner, you spot two figures. They've got dark gray skin, and they're moving towards you.
All right.
Oh dear. Is it the parents?
All right. I'm gonna
They're roughly 50 feet away.
give me a second. I'll check something. Yes. The one on the left, Sacred Flame.
Oh my god.
Okay, just
This
gonna
is-
lead
this-
that.
This is not the time to fuck around, guys.
Okay.
It does not say.
He's got a +10 dex, so no.
Wow.
There were acrobats in a former life.
Impressive.
roll your damage.
Boo.
Okay. The light sears them, and seems to be it's super effective. The
Okay.
figure on the left goes down in a heap
Okay.
and stops moving.
And the figure on the right.
The figure on the right continues to move towards you. It's sort of shambling. It's not really quick on its feet.
Okay. So I can get at least another one off, right?
Oh yeah.
Fire's all you, my friend.
All right, Sacred Flame.
Okay. Yeah, that one, only about 10 feet from the first, gets burned up in the flame and falls to the ground.
I hate this part. And I look at everyone and say, okay, let's go. Stay back from us as we move through this. Start heading back the way we came.
Okay. Are you going back to
Going
the
back to
town
the-
square?
Yes.
Yeah, you get there. No issues. You know, it's an empty village at this point. So,
Where can we restrain this gentleman? We'll probably have to ask the mayor that.
Yeah, I was thinking we put him. I look at the blacksmith and say, no offense, but I'm thinking of putting you in the jailhouse. It's the strongest place, and we can leave you a store of food.
he doesn't disagree or argue or anything.
Okay. So one of us should go tell the mayor what our plan is, and then let's just head over to the jailhouse.
Yep, I'll take the good wife and take her to the barracks. Find her a bed.
How do you know she's a good wife?
Let the mayor know what's going on, and then rejoin you out in the town square once you've secured the blacksmith.
Thank you.
Yeah, the mayor lets you know that the sort of, I guess, jailhouse, for lack of a better term, is nearby, and free to use the, if you think it's best. So you can secure him in there.
Probably safest for now, yes.
Ma'am, you're gonna need more soldiers.
She agrees, but at this point, not much that she can do.
You're gonna have to bring soldiers from outside inside.
Is there a militia in the outer city?
There's a militia as well as additional guards. She's hesitant because, one, she'd have to pull them out from service in that area, and two, it just increases the chances of infection for them. And since they live outside of the wall, she says that that might mean that they're going to their families, and then it'll spread further. Yeah.
We will ask for single men or women, volunteers only. If they choose to put themselves at risk, that is the choice they've made.
She says that seems like the only real option.
So glad she's seeing sense. No, Althea does not say that out loud.
Are there any other families? Because we only checked the 2, I think.
Right. Yeah, there's still more on the list.
All right. Yeah, we gotta keep moving.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
Really quick, Ambrose asked the mayor, you wouldn't happen to recognize a calico cat, would you?
She seems confused by the question and says that there's some cats in the area, but strays and the like, but she doesn't keep track of them.
Okay.
This
Probably
one's
no big deal
fairly
then.
distinctive. Its right side is entirely black, and the left side is white and orange.
She says, I don't think I've seen a cat like that, but I don't scour the area looking for cats either.
Understandable. If
That's
you
good.
notice
You
it,
should.
Straight.
if you notice it, let us know.
The
Um,
other thing we
where-
might-
We
where
should
are-
continue on.
Where are you right now?
Presumably in the town square.
In the town square. Okay. She says, "What? Wait, is that one it?" And she points, and in the tree, in the branches, you can see a calico cat sitting, staring at you.
In the dead tree?
Yep,
Same cat from before?
looks like it.
All right, you.
Okay, Okay, this infection is not cat scratch fever.
Right. Not messing around. Ambrose uses his telepathy to attempt to speak to the cat.
Okay. Cat scratch fever. That's amazing. God. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at it. I'm like, that's a real thing. Interesting.
The song.
What do you say to the cat?
What's new, pussycat?
Whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Wow. It got better.
21 times in a row.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
You open up your mind to the cat to communicate, and this cacophonous roar greets you.
Oh.
And everyone watches as Ambrose falls to the ground unconscious.
Why does this never go well for me?
Do we get the sense of what went down?
No, he didn't. I don't think he told you he was gonna try that. So you just watch as he looks at the cat and then falls to the ground unconscious.
Yeah, Ambrose just kind of squints and glares at the cat to activate his telepathy, and then he just passes out.
Moron twin powers activate. Ugh.
The cat leaps down from the branch and trots over towards Ambrose.
I just want to watch, see what happens here. If the cat eats Ambrose, we'll know.
Okay, so yeah, it just trots over. It approaches him and starts sniffing at him, sniffing mostly at his arm, the tattooed one. And at one point, it even licks the arm.
Does it have a collar with a little tag on it that says goose on it?
No, it does not have a tag that says goose. What am I looking for?
Okay.
Had a thing.
I'm gonna step towards it because I don't like the
Oh, he
idea
just did-
that it might
It's-
bite him. If it's licking him.
It's tasting it. This one tastes like disappointment.
Wow. Thanks, guys. Also, just in case I didn't make it super clear when I was describing my character earlier, my left arm is also the one covered in the tentacle tattoos and stuff.
Right. So it looks like squid, but what does it taste like?
Maybe that's why the cat's licking it.
Exactly.
God.
That's what I
Fishy,
meant.
fishy. So what does Althea do?
I step towards the cat and I've unshipped my halberd because if it tries to bite him, I'm smacking it like a golf ball.
That's a really good visual.
Okay. Yeah. So it sniffs some more, looks around. How far did the tentacle go? Do they go to your hand and fingers?
It's kind of like the tattoo has kind of the design like the Kraken alcohol. It has a very old
Sailor
ink
Jerry
style of
Kraken.
an octopus with the main body of the octopus on my shoulder and then tentacles kind of wrapping down to halfway down the forearm, give or take.
Okay. And the whole tattoo is exposed, right? Even at the shoulder, or the
Yeah.
octopus body.
Wearing a toga kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. So the cat continues to sniff, and it licks a couple other places, and then you watch as it takes a slight nip at his arm.
No, it does not. It opens its mouth and I put my blade in its face.
Holy shit.
I don't cut it. I'm putting the blade down between it and the arm.
Okay, so you're not actually golf balling it.
No.
Okay, no, I
I-
just want to double check because that's what you said you were going to do. So,
I kind of wanted to, but I'm restraining myself.
And
Okay.
when Gwen sees her do that, Gwen will draw her boot knife.
all right.
Shall I
It
just make some popcorn real quick and she's walking?
it takes its left paw and it puts it on top of the halberd. Let me double check what halberds look like just to make sure I'm not saying something silly.
It's a cooler spear.
So it puts its paw at the base of where the spearhead portion is, where it's not sharp, and it sort of pushes down. Surprisingly, you feel some strength there,
Okay, so I'm going to
and it hisses at you.
I'm going to resist, and I'm going to push it away from him with the halberd.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Yep.
So it has weight behind it too.
With
Oh.
advantage,
Balanced.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage too.
even. Nice.
So you go to push it away to sort of sweep it away, and it pushes down more and sort of pins it into the ground. And you can't move the halberd.
Gwen will move her blade.
That's not natural.
Gwen will move her blade towards the cat's neck and be like, "You better come clean, or get out of here."
Okay. It looks at you, and it's sitting. It sort of sits back on its haunch, letting go of the halberd, and from the black fur side, where's Gwen in relation to the cat?
Where's the cat on
Okay.
the map?
Yeah, place the cat on the map, and then we've got the cat's right next to Ambrose, right?
Yeah, that's a cat.
There's a cat.
Oh my god!
That is a vicious looking cat.
Yeah, I mean it's also not a calico, so
Right. So
You can put Althea. Where you think Althea is,
yeah, basically that's where I thought Althea was.
and
Okay.
Gwen is
So I've got
essentially
the
here.
halberd in between Ambrose and the cat.
okay, and its right side is the black side, so so the descriptions bit is going to change. All right, so from its white and orange fur side, you watch as a sort of you see it under the fur, the skin starts to sort of roil and move, like it's bulging out in places.
That's not right.
No. And a tendril streaks out of it. What's Gwen's AC?
Holy shit.
15.
The tendril streaks out and wraps around your hand that's holding the knife. And it turns back and goes to nip Ambrose again.
And she's gonna punch the cat.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with that. Just roll.
You do a strength check and add your proficiency.
But not the
That's-
saving throw.
Right. I mean, it's basically the same check. It's gonna roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
My strength modifier is 0, so I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Perfect.
Hey!
Probably gonna
So
hit.
that's
I mean,
20.
The damage is like 1d4, isn't it?
I don't know.
Unarmed strike with a strike 10, just like 1 or 2 for bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I think that's right. Like it's like a coin flip damage.
What do you call a two-sided die?
A coin.
Coin.
What do you call a one-sided die?
A Mobius strip?
Useless.
Face.
Useless.
Okay.
What does YES spell?
I don't see where the damage would be, but I'll just go with the D2. That's good. Yeah, you strike it. Go with the D2. Flip a coin.
What? A D. There is no
Do
D2.
just do a D4 and its odds are 1, evens 2.
You know,
There you go.
you punch it for 1.
You pop the cat in the
You
snoot.
have angered the cat.
Okay.
It's already
Yeah,
been pissing me off, so.
you punch it right in the
Right?
side. I don't know. Yeah, right in the kisser.
Yeah,
You punch it in the side, and it's does not like it.
Yeah, my reaction to that tendril coming out is I'm going to try and cut the tendril with my halberd.
Oh, please don't
Okay.
cut my hand off.
Roll good.
Okay, Hog, I can fix
So-
it for you if you need me to.
I start accelerating the rate at which I'm eating popcorn.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure I missed.
Please don't.
Yes,
hit me.
that will miss.
Can I get free from the tendril?
Yeah, do an athletics check
That was
or
most-
acrobatics.
That was mostly the goal of punching it, was to get free, but also because it's pissing me off.
Yeah, do either acrobatics or athletics, whichever is better for you.
Acrobatics definitely, because athletics is based on strength.
Yes. Oh,
Well, that roll was still shit.
Okay.
Johnny, would you please remove Ambrose from this cat's range?
You punch it and pull away, and even though you don't really, even though you don't, even though you're not really squirming away very well, it just loosens and lets you pull away from it.
Alright, so I'm gonna
But
shoot.
it clearly is letting you go rather than you escaping.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, and grab it by the scruff and hoist it. In the air.
Okay. What does your mage hand look like?
It's my hand, but floating and disconnected from me.
Okay. Is it just like a?
It just
You get to
it's,
choose the color.
it's a gnome hand.
It's a gnome hand. Okay.
Yeah.
You grip it by the scruff, and you go to hoist, and it doesn't budge.
Oh, that's a fat cat.
Okay, so while they're all doing these things, I'm just gonna go this way. Actually, to here. Look at the cat and say, "I'm taking my friend away now," and drag Happy Boy away, coming this way.
Happy boy.
Happy Boy,
Happy.
Captain Unconscious.
Sergeant Sleepy.
The Cat Whisperer.
From its right side, you see another tendril come out of its flesh, and it grips Ambrose, starting at where the top of the octopus is, and or kraken or whatever kind of creature it is, and the other tendril grips him around near the bottom of the tattoo.
Alright, so Gwen did like a reverse somersault this way. As she
Okay.
pulled away, she's gonna sheath her boot knife, take out her bow, and knock an arrow. Be like,
Okay.
Guys. Let's stop trying to wield weapons around our unconscious friend. Obviously, there's something more here than we can understand. Because he points to the cat. That ain't normal. Look over at Althea. It pinned your halberd, didn't it?
Yeah, it's stronger than it looks.
Okay. I look over at Gwen. Gwen, what happens if you happen to miss? Let's just take a breath for a second, shall we? Please.
I mean, I gave it his chance.
Don't bite our friend.
I told it to come clean, or to fuck off.
You threatened it with a knife. I was standing there watching you.
Because he started to bite our friend. He's threatening our friend. I threaten it.
That makes no sense.
Yes,
No.
it does.
It makes perfect sense to me.
Oh God, you people.
All
It
right,
goes to
Now
nip
you know how I
Ambrose's
feel,
arm again.
Johnny.
Let's just see what it does. Go ahead.
You want it to bite, Ambrose? What if it's the thing that's going around infecting people?
Then we'll know.
And we don't have any griffin hairs, so we can't give him a cure. I'm not willing to take that risk.
Have I distracted her long enough for this thing to bite him yet?
Oh, I haven't taken my eyes off it.
You watch on the black fur side. Althea sees like a circular. It's an eye. An eye blinks out at you. It's about the size of a tennis ball.
what
put
the
it down.
fuck? Oh, I can't see it, so.
Yeah, I'm staring back at it too. I'm glare. I pull down my mask and I'm glaring at it just as hard as it's glaring at me.
Staring contest. Whoever wins gets Ambrose.
It's got an advantage because it has 3 eyes. So
Yes, but how many of them are looking at Gwen?
right now, none. When you pull on your mask, it turns its head towards you and cocks its head, and then it turns back and goes to nip his arm.
No, halberd again, right in between. This time I actually bat its face with it.
Okay. Make an attack as though you're trying to strike it, but just to get the attack roll in.
God damn it!
Wow.
Really?
Okay.
You're kidding me.
It
How the hell? That's not okay.
Double that one.
Yep, I just
Use it-
cut Ambrose's
Yes.
arm off. I think.
no.
Discovered it.
Using
Now
with
it's
the
turning
tendrils that have grabbed his arm, it pulls itself under the halberd and nips him. And then you watch as it sort of tastes, as though it's tasting whatever it bit. Well, Ambrose.
How long before I can strike it again?
6 seconds.
Yes, thank
So
you.
it's a length of a turn.
It lets go with its tendrils and it steps up and sits on his chest. And it seems to be looking at his face. And you could try to strike it again.
What the fuck is this thing's
Is
problem?
Ambrose like bleeding?
Now I'm
No.
going for the golf ball swing.
Okay.
God damn it!
It's another nat
Okay,
one.
I
Oh.
am
Retiring from
I'll-
adventuring.
basically Althea spins and walks 15 feet away in absolute fury.
All right. Now Gwen can see the eye on the black side.
Whoosh.
Does she recognize anything? Like, has she seen anything like this before?
No. God, I hope not. Ambrose comes to. There's a calico cat with 2 tendrils coming out of its shoulders, sitting on your chest, looking at you.
With 3 eyes.
Ambrose, this thing
Ambrose.
seems very interested in your tattoo. And it has an extra eye on its body, and it's got tentacles.
And it gave you a hickey.
You want to feel us in?
Oh. Hey God, how's it going?
I'm sorry, what?
It nods at you and leaps away from your chest. Sitting on his chest where the cat was is this deep black, almost insubstantial looking book.
Oh. Okay.
Chat a grimoire.
As the cat
Makes
trots
sense
off,
now.
the tendrils sort of retract into its body. The eye on its side looks at Gwen for a few moments before it closes, and it looks like a normal cat again. And it trots away from the town square.
Gwen will just glare at it until it disappears.
Ambrose sits up and takes the book off his chest and flips through a few pages, just kind of looking through it.
No.
Hey,
Hey, you can read that later. What the fuck just happened?
Okay.
Now is not the time for reading.
Okay. So
Yeah.
full disclosure, everybody. I didn't exactly have the most normal childhood.
Go on.
Continue.
So, I'm kind of a bastard child of an eldritch deity from beyond our plane of existence that was supposed to bring on doomsday, but then didn't feel like it. And I was raised in a cave.
You know nothing, Ambrose.
Okay, so what the fuck just happened?
He became a level 3 warlock, is what just happened.
So
I
you're a,
think I just got a gift
so
from.
you're a demigod?
Not really. It's more just like a person that was like dipped in eldritch juice.
What?
Okay.
So the cat's a person who was dipped in what the ever loving?
No, the cat was the god eldritch thing from beyond our reality and
That was your
unknowable,
dad?
unseeable.
That cat was its avatar.
I hate this town.
Also, side note, Gwen, you kind of just punched my god in the face.
You don't know that.
Oh, that's fair.
The mayor says, "What the fuck is happening?"
We don't
Well,
know.
apparently Gwen just punched a god in the face.
Adventure!
Was that your dad? Are you gonna tell us? Yes or no?
You know, kinda. I'm kind of blurry on the details from the fact that like I wasn't born yet, but
Oh my god.
The mayor says, "I think I need a drink," and she heads into the town hall.
agreed.
We've got you. Put your book away. We have people to save.
All right.
You and your weird ass whatever the fuck. Anyway, she's gonna start muttering in Kopish. Just kind of stalks off in the direction of the closest person we're supposed to help
And
next.
yeah, tell me, send me whatever you're muttering because I know it too.
Oh, it's just basically incoherent cursing. In Kopish.
Yeah. So, and Althea will look over at you and in Kopesh say, 100% agree. Where's the next family we have to find? Lead on.
Awesome.
As we're lining up, I'll just kind of look over at Althea and say, "Look at it this way. If you had to keep missing, at least you weren't hitting a god in the face. Bright side." And he kind of
Gwen will
Turns
glare
away.
at him.
I swear if this were a cartoon, steam would be coming out of her ears.
That little anime vein popping.
I mean, bright side, guys. You just met them and weren't driven insane. So, it's plus.
Let's
not every
go.
day. Not every day you come across Cthulhu and live.
There you go.
Cthulhu.
I'm surprised no one else put that one together. Wow. Slackers, all of you. Okay, so Off to murder the next group of children.
Wow.
Please don't say that out loud while the mayor's still
No.
here.
No,
No, she's inside.
Okay, good.
she's getting hammered.
You see her on her balcony pouring another drink. No.
And by that he means she's just tipping the bottle back.
That's a
Save
drink, right?
some
One
of that
bottle.
for us.
Okay.
Alright.
The other groups you find, the other families you find in various states of health, of the 20 people or so that the mayor suggests were still alive, there was that first family of 6 that were all infected and turned. The blacksmith and his wife. Of the remaining 12, 7 of them are infected to varying degrees, and 5 are still healthy.
Okay.
Are any of
Do
them like
the same
zombie-
thing. Try and convince the ones that are infected but coherent to come and permit themselves to be locked up. Have the
Dispose of any that are beyond help.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll take care of that.
It's quick work. From your understanding, it seems the when they turn, the less time that they've been in whatever state you want to call it, the less strong they are, and so with these townsfolk having turned very recently, it's very easy to dispatch them, even if they, even when they try to attack you.
Wait a minute. So the zombies get stronger the longer they've been turned?
It seems that way.
Let's wait a
Based
couple
off.
days and make this interesting.
And in interviewing the healthy ones, does anybody know how anyone got infected? Does anyone have any clue, any speculation?
It seems to be transmission through contact with someone that's infected. If the ichor gets on you, you will turn, is what they describe.
I don't like the word
So it
ichor.
doesn't even have to be an open wound or anything.
Doesn't seem that way.
Ugh.
It's
And Althea doesn't sense evil from the ichor?
no.
What?
It could be like Fae or something, which is neither.
So of those 7 that were infected, 3 were beyond help and tried to attack you. If you use your divine sense on those, you don't even get the noxious odor of evil from those.
It's just purely neutral.
Yep.
This is not neutral.
This is not okay.
Wait, okay, I'm very confused. So, why were the kobolds attacking the town? Did we ever figure that out?
No.
Because they're kobolds and they're assholes.
Because that sorcerer was
True.
controlling them?
But why did
I'm
the
not
sorcerer attack the
interested about
town?
Mr. Mask Man.
I mean, the one who blew himself up and killed most of us.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Why was he here?
after being racist to me, which honestly, that's mainly what I'm sore about.
Yeah. We don't know why he's here because he blew himself up with the fireball.
I seem to remember there being something about the sewer. The sewer was open. Is that like
Yep.
the manhole was open?
That's correct.
Anybody want to like explore the sewers while we're here? 'Cause that seems like it could be a source of bad things in the town.
Makes sense. They could have used it as like an escape route or how they got into the town originally. So there
And
could be
I'm
more down there.
So I'm assuming that like there could be sewers like running underneath of the tree, to where it's getting its root water.
It
You
could
know?
also be dripping ichor down there. Do you really want to go
Yeah.
spelunking in an ichor tube?
Oh god,
Ichor
that sounds
tube.
horrible.
Sticker too.
And name.
You
Not
can
going.
ride your little wolf thing. We're not going down there.
I can definitely ride my little.
Okay, well we can't. But we need to go talk to the mayor if we want to figure out
Split party.
what.
Nothing. I agree. Let's talk to the mayor. We have questions.
I think we need to ask the mayor if she has any enemies that might send an elf with a mask with cobalt in tow.
Oh, by the way, all these bodies are still just lying in the town square.
Right, so we also need to rebuild
Add
the
'em to the
funeral
fire.
We need to rebuild the pyre.
Guff, your time.
My what?
It's your time. Build that fire.
Oh shit.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Yeah, I guess I use prestidigitation to spark up another bonfire, kind of farther away from. Wait, did we ever extinguish the first one?
Yes, yeah, that was extinguished by the fire team.
So, I guess I spark up another kind of bonfire. This time a little bit farther away from the tree, so there's not a chance of it like accidentally sparking up. And Taunus, if you want to give me a hand with these corpses, that'd be great.
The steel defender will help you with corpses, but yes.
I'll be happy to haul corpses onto a fire.
Okay, so we got the healthy people back to the city's town square. We got the infected people we didn't have to kill back to the jailhouse.
Yes.
And then now we're building the funeral pyre.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a while to resort where putting the wood back into a shape, into a pyre-like shape, and building it. Some of it had already been burned as well, so rebuilding that away from the tree and piling everyone on takes about an hour. But you get it done, and it is getting on. It was late afternoon when you guys all got out of your long rest, so it's probably getting towards 7, 8 at night.
Okay. Weird. Okay, so when we finish that, we'll go talk to the mayor.
Okay.
And-
You find her in her office. She's not really doing anything.
Is she incoherent drunk?
She's not. She's had a couple, but she's not drunk. She looks more like she's just in a haze than anything.
Okay, so we'll report our findings to her. Tell her how many people are alive and healthy, how many people are infected.
Okay.
Um,
She notes it and writes down the numbers. She says, is everyone in the office?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. She stops you from saying anything further as she writes that down. And then she raises her left hand. On it is that ring. She clenches her fist and that red light flashes from it. And she says, continue.
I'm just gonna give her kind of a look.
A look?
Yeah, like, was that necessary? Like, everybody's dead.
She looks at you and says, you said that you've brought people here. There's 6 citizens in the town hall still.
Yes, there are in the barracks.
I suppose that's fair. Okay, So you were attacked by kobolds being led by an elf with a weird mask.
As if we
Bad
needed,
attitude.
as if we needed more problems.
Yeah. Do you have any
That's fair.
reason to like what? Any idea why you might have been attacked by kobolds being led by an elf?
Well, we know that recently the kobolds have been more aggressive, attacking merchants and travelers on the road. They've never come into the city itself. I don't even know how they got in. They just appeared, streaming out of the sewer.
Looks like your theory might be right, Tonist.
Did you guys ever have any sort of tension with one of the elf clans?
No, they're all far to the south. It's strange that there'd even be one here. Why do you mention that?
Because the sorcerer that was directing the kobolds was wearing, how do I say this? Was wearing the sigil
Sure.
of one of the clans from the south.
It's very odd. You know, they've been a part of the kingdom for generations. I don't know why they would want to attack us here.
Well, there's rather a lot of upheaval in the kingdom, isn't there?
Yes, that's true. But, as I said, they're so far away that coming here to attack us is baffling. She says, I don't even think that they've formed a new elf lock.
A what?
An elf lock, a joining of the clans to unite them in a common goal. Just as the human duchies are fractured, so are the elf clans.
Jacob, is Gwen aware of that?
How much? How was Gwen's upbringing in terms of? I know we've talked at length, but did she spend a lot of time with the clan?
You know what? I can't even remember how old Gwen was. Yeah, I don't know. Like a lot, I think is relative. I think she spent enough time
Yeah,
to.
you would know about that then, yeah.
Okay. That we're kind of at odds with each other.
Yes.
You're right. Gotcha. Okay, that's what I thought, but I was just making sure.
Yep.
How likely is an elf lock to happen from Gwen's perspective?
You've heard of a few. That mural on the walls of the Snake Temple was most likely an elf lock. That ending scene that was in there.
So the most recent.
So it's not something that happens every decade or so. More like every century.
Ah, okay.
So perhaps this one's just an independent operator trying to take advantage of the upheaval, trying to take advantage of the unrest and the lack of security.
She nods and says, but to enlist the aid of the kobolds is so strange,
And to what end?
right?
They were aimed at City Hall, yes?
It seemed like it, yes. But, I mean, that sewer only runs 300 feet. You know, it was made at great expense. And
what was
I
it?
don't know how they could have gotten in.
What was it made for?
Just, well, you know, sanitation purposes, just to improve upon them in the city's center.
So those sewers are just for the inner city, but do they run out to the perimeter of the outer city?
She says that no, they don't go that far.
So where do they terminate? Where is the sewage carried? If it is carried away from the inner city.
There is a reservoir at the end that is emptied manually.
That is an unfortunate occupation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who has the contract on that?
Well, I'd have to look in the records. If it survived the fire.
There's someone dead now.
We can go and check.
That might not be our most pressing. We need to figure out how many people are alive and sick.
6 healthy, 5 infected.
Do we have like a rough estimate about how much longer they might last?
So of the 5, aside from Toby, who's has those stupor episodes, one other person is that bad off, and then the other 3 are have been infected for only a few days each.
Okay, I think we should make sure that are they in their own individual cells?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. Repeat the 6 infected?
5.
5 infected. So we need 5 more cures.
Right, and amongst us, we should have 9 more bulbs. Because 1 was used for you, Gwen. 1 was used for the mayor. 1 was used for
The tree.
the tree. Out of the 12 that we harvested, but we have no more griffin hair. We have to get more griffin hair. That, as far as I can see, is the next step.
Yes.
Madam
We can-
Mayor, do you know how to summon a griffin rider?
Your fancy ring doesn't summon griffins, does it?
She chuckles and says, "No, it's not one of those."
Damn.
That would have been easy.
Right? No, this one only
You know-
summons calico cats. No, that's a joke. Ignore me.
Do you
Uh,
know anyone who can get in touch with someone? Do you have carrier pigeons that can take a message? Or are we going to have to travel another week away to get griffin hair and hope that your people are alive when we get back?
We can send one of the guards on a horse.
How long will it take?
I'll. Let's see. If the rider is riding all out and trading horses along the way, you'd be back in 4 days, maybe sooner.
Then let's put that in action right away.
Okay, yeah, she'll writes out a note, and someone will need to take it out to the outer city to one of the guard posts there.
Yeah. I'll do it.
I'll happily do that.
Okay.
Althea needs a walk. She's frustrated. She's had it up to here.
Yep. You move to the door and try to open it, and it's locked. And the mayor says, "Oh, I'm silly me." And you see that same red, sort of scarlet red flash from her ring, and it's like an audible pop in the door. You can open the door now.
Thank you. I'm gonna walk out into.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Right. All right. Yeah, you go out to deliver the orders to the guards. What's everyone else doing?
Maybe it's stupid.
I'm still very into the idea of just going into the sewer.
You can go
The
explore
sewer
if
seems
you
like-
want.
Next step.
It's nighttime.
It's gonna be dark either way.
Can you send your little friend in there without us?
I'm not able to like see what it sees, so.
Well,
it
can
would-
he tell you what he sees though?
I don't know how that works. Let me.
Random question for the mayor.
Holy for holies. The mayor's going to say, "Oh, my math was wrong. He's actually the writer could probably get back in like a day and a half."
Okay, that's better.
She says, "Is this a private question, sort of?"
Maybe it's more of a discussion of history? Events long past?
Okay.
Or actually, hold on, she might not need to ask the mayor. Does Gwen know? Like, is it common knowledge who killed the king?
He died of natural causes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he died. Commonly known that he died like in his sleep one night.
At home?
Was he ill? Previously?
By all accounts, he was not.
Somebody's dog growling? What is that?
I think it's Stubby.
No,
That's not Stubby?
no, I don't even think she's near me.
Oh, okay. Sounded like Stubby.
Yeah, she's in another room.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So the Steel Defender can understand what I tell it, but it cannot respond.
Okay, so it can't communicate to you.
Correct.
Okay.
Is Jaxar snoring?
Joe, are you awake?
See, it's not just me.
Oh no, you fell asleep.
Okay, everybody hide.
Too much talking. Not enough fighting.
Let's talk more fight.
If you're looking to, let me send him a message.
Is there any way to flush the sewer? Or, like, clean it?
She tells you that all of the workers are likely deceased right now. But yes, they did have a sanitation crew that would go in. Actually, that's an outer city. That's an outer city job, so those citizens are outside the quarantine area.
Okay, but if we're worried that the Ichor is gonna be in the sewer, I guess we can go down and look. I still don't think this is a good idea.
Aha!
It'll fun, Gwen. Tell you what, I'll lead the way. You just back me up.
It's an adventure.
All right.
I mean, every good adventure's got to have at least one sewer in it at some point.
Yes, but backing up in a sewer, not something you want to do.
That's fair, actually.
Yes, no one wants a backed up sewer. That's just wrong.
Very true. Shall we get a good night's rest and first thing in the morning go get gross?
Let's just go now.
We can just go now too. I agree. We haven't done anything.
Not really. Has anyone used any spell slots? Really?
No. And
No.
we slept until like 3 in the afternoon, so
Yeah.
we might as well be productive with our time.
Yeah. Let's go forth and kill shit.
Go
Well,
forth and kill shit.
Can you kill shit?
I've already.
I mean, we're gonna be in a sewer.
You're going to be in a very shit-rich environment.
Somebody bring along something to get the air flowing so that when the shit hits the fan, we'll know it.
All right.
I'm up shit creek. I'm up shit creek.
Really quick, before heading into the sewers, Ambrose, has been kind of off and on, like leafing through the Black Tome. Has good old Urath Chigurath Narag left any like little notes or anything for him, or is it mainly just like spells and little eldritch runes and all that shenaniganery?
You can sort of read the beginning of it, but as it gets towards the back, the symbols become harder and harder to decipher. And
They're moving.
yeah, so you're not sure, but mostly the fronts, the pages you can read are spells and eldritch
Okay.
runes. Yeah.
Okay, so we're ready to head into a sewer. Who's got the pizza?
I already had my pizza.
You're gonna need pizza for the sewer guardians.
I'm figuring Althea's arriving back about now.
Yeah. Yeah, they found a smaller guard and a fast horse and sent him on his way south.
Great.
You return to find them standing around the open sewer, discussing pizza.
Oh, God. Don't tell me we're
To
going
appease
down
the sewer
there.
guards.
We're going down there.
Adventure!
Oh.
We're going sewer surfing.
I wonder if the fire brigade would be able to sluice out what's in there by bucket.
Nope. Don't think so. Can't be done.
They only have buckets for putting out fires. So it's a totally different kind of bucket technology that you need.
It's true. You don't want to mix up your buckets.
No, not really.
That firmware update hasn't been released yet.
All right, so I'm gonna head down into the sewer because too much talking, not enough murdering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, follow him.
So you're going into the sewer head down, huh? You're brave.
Break time's over. Back on your heads.
He just one dives in.
It smells as bad as you would imagine a sewer that hasn't been cleaned in weeks would smell.
Oh.
He yells back up. Smells like victory.
Can you see anything?
I can't see shit.
Nice.
Look,
That's
look
good.
harder.
Thank you.
As you climb down, at a certain point, your foot is gonna go into some liquid as you step on down the next rung on the ladder.
Juicy.
Do we have a light?
Do you continue down?
Oh,
Hello? Everybody?
I'm just looking at my spell and it's going, can I use anything here?
Repel shit.
Would tidal wave work down here?
Oh, God.
gosh.
Oh God.
It might.
Would
That
you
might clean it
say-
out.
Would you say it's
Might
about the
also back it
size
up.
of a small campfire?
The perfect place
Two
for a small
monsters the size of a
bonfire.
small campfire.
Ugh. I don't want to think about that.
Speaking of small campfires, Althea walks over to the burned out whatever, finds a piece of wood that's not entirely charred, casts light on it, and hands it down to Johnny.
Okay.
Now you use the light to see if there's a place down here to step that isn't in the shit puddles.
Nope. There isn't like a side, like elevated area that would be, that you'd be able to traverse the sewer in a clean fashion.
Well, they said that there was this place was manually emptied, right?
Yes, the reservoir at the end is.
How far is it to the end of that? Can I see the end of it from here?
So the mayor told you it's about 300 feet in length. There's going to be a couple entrances. You have 40 feet of light with the light spell. So you look in both directions and you don't see an end to the sewer.
Climb back up.
We didn't get clarification of that first, okay.
Yeah, climb back up. Say nope, not this entrance. Nope.
His right foot is covered in
A noxious substance.
yeah. It registers as evil now.
Wow.
You can prestidigitation a dirty boot, I think. Ambrose.
Can I clean stuff? Oh yeah, I can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot, and that's one.
It is exactly 1 cubic foot, as it is on his foot.
Yeah, Ambrose gags and then he like waves his hand and prestidigitates the boot clean.
Thank you. That's a neat trick.
You're welcome.
You're fine.
Yeah, the gooey black water substance just falls off onto the dirt.
I assume it either like falls off or just like poofs away.
Yeah. I don't think it gets rid of it.
It's
It just
squeegees off.
squeeges off, yeah.
Ugh.
Prestidigitation is basically just like magic ShamWow, so
Yeah. Your foot smells of a fragrant citrus.
it leaves behind like one of those little car air fresheners.
Let's look for a different entrance, guys. You don't want to go down there. Trust me on this one.
Is the mayor still out there on the balcony?
She stayed in her office. She was pouring herself another drink as he left.
Ah,
I don't suppose y'all asked her for a blueprint?
Yep, I sure did. No, I didn't. I forgot.
That's crazy talk.
yeah, we should probably at least ask her what entrance the cleaning guys would use.
Presumably that would be the deep end.
Yes.
We found kobolds closer to the gate. So if we move away from the city center, maybe that's where they would have come in. Or are we looking for? No, we're looking for where they got in on the outside of the inner wall.
All of the kobolds that you fought in the city were in the town square. You didn't find any near the gates.
Oh well, they were
They're-
plinking at us from above as we were coming before we got to the square.
Yeah, on top of the buildings that were adjacent to the square itself. But the gates from the town square, the gates are about, depending on which one you're in, something like 700 feet away. That's not right. More like 350. 700 diameter, so.
Whose bright idea was this?
Yours, I thought.
No. Toynist, you pick where we go next.
Can we just visually see another manhole anywhere on the street?
The manholes are at about 100 feet and 200 feet of the 300-foot sewer.
Okay.
So they kind of divided into thirds.
So I'm assuming we won't. Okay.
So this sewer opening is either 100 feet from the end or 200 feet from the end.
I mean, the odds would be the same on the other one, so we might as well just pick one of them. It's arbitrary. So we'll just do. We're already here. Let's just do this one.
So, Johnny, how deep would you estimate that is going to be on Toynist, since it was, what, up to your ankle? Maybe up to his thigh?
Johnny didn't go all the way down to the floor of the sewer.
Thank you, disembodied voice, for answering for me. I appreciate that.
I just wanted to make sure
That's okay.
you
It's
knew.
all good. It's all
Yeah.
good. I figured I was still on the rungs.
I clap, and the Steel Defender stands on its hind legs. It is now like the height of a man.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were just doing a trick. Hey guys, look what I can do.
No, it's
No,
not
that's
the body parts of like a wolf robot, but it's just like on its hind legs and like walking like a man.
Yeah, no, that's good. I just wasn't sure.
So who's a good boy?
I suppose I have it. Some semblance of climbing down the ladder.
Okay.
As far as it can, without like being fully submerged.
Okay, yeah. It climbs down, bottom half submerging into the muck.
Ew, gross.
Based off of, you said it's about the size of a man, so like 6 feet.
Yeah, I'd say so.
The muck goes up to, it's like middle of its where the thigh would be, so maybe like 2.5 feet.
Okay. I climb down and sit on its shoulders.
Okay.
Do you want the light?
I have both me and it have dark vision.
Beautiful.
Who gave the dog dark vision? Okay.
Yes. Let me think here. Okay, I'm going to use my class feature called, can I not just click it and it go over? Oh, here, let's do this. Magic Tinkering. Oh, it's very long. I'm sorry. I'm going to use this on an arrowhead of my crossbow.
Okay.
Or the tip of a crossbow bolt.
Yep.
And use cast light, or I guess make it do the light thing.
All right.
And then fire it down the sewer towards the towards the did it run along the length of the street? The sewer?
Yes.
Towards the direction that the town hall would have.
Okay.
Kind of arching it up to get like max distance out of it.
Sure. It fires down. You watch the light. It's what, 5 feet of light, and then another 5 of dim.
Yes, but I would still be able to see it from a distance, right?
Oh yeah, of course. It's light.
Okay.
So it streaks down, and after a moment, plinks off of the wall at the end.
Would I be able to recognize that as 100 or 200 feet?
Yeah, it's It's probably the 100 feet.
Okay. Hey, it's this way,
Probably it is the 100 feet.
guys. Yeah. Being as this would be up to most of your like knees and or waist, I might just, if you want to come, now's the time. But if not, I might just go do it.
Go ahead. Yell if you need us.
No one's eager to join in.
Where can I get a pair of hip waders?
So, whose shoulders can Ambrose get on?
You know.
Tonists. And then Glenn can get on Ambrose's.
Down the sewer.
How tall is the sewer?
No, the sewer ceiling from the top of the muck is about 7 feet.
Sounds like a 10. Oh, okay, wow. It's a big sewer.
No, I'm just kidding. Ambrose sighs and kind of rips off a bit of his the like sleeve bit on his robe with the like whole toga thing. He's got one long sleeve.
Yep.
Rips off a bit and ties it around his face, and then enters the sewer.
Okay. Is anyone else going down there?
I'm looking at Gwen, and just I'm not moving towards that opening. Just not.
Gwen's gonna sit
All
down
right.
and put her bow across her legs. So just have like an arrow handy, just in case.
A cacophony of voices in the background.
Yeah. So, we're basically out of time, so that's probably a good place to end it.
Oh.
With you guys waist deep in crap.
Yep. Well,
Wow.
not just Ambrose and the wolf creature, the wolf robot.
Wait a minute. Johnny didn't go down?
Nope. I learned
Yeah.
my lesson the first time.
Yet. Oh, that's right.
All right. Until next week, then.
Somebody just do none of you know Tensor's floating disc? Come on.
I don't even know
Like
what that is.
Frisbee?
It's a spell where you just make like a floating disc that you can put things on and carry around.
Nice.
Yeah, but can you put yourself on it?
I've always wondered about this. I've seen Reddit posts where people are like, if you create two of them and then like put yourself in the middle of them and propel one forward, will it? And it okay, what was it? Okay, two Tensor's floating discs. Have something like between them, like connecting them in some way, and then sit on that, and then propel the one in front, and it pulls the one, like making like a floating cart with it. Because the one behind follows.
I would imagine
sounds
there has to be
complicated.
some kind of weight limit.
Good night,
It's 150 per.
Huh.
You want to try something really fun? Get a gnome who has mage hand and watch him carry himself around with it.
I am a gnome that has mage hand.
Then you can actually levitate and carry yourself around with it.
I don't weigh 5 pounds.
Feather fall.
Ooh.
Do I have to do everything for you? Really? Really?
I think I could take Featherfall right now too.
There you go.
Hmm.
All right.
All right, folks.
Oh, boy.
Talk to y'all later. Have a good
Oh,
one.
Alright,
may-
later on.